like what Putin is doing, not even a little bit. He's killing people. And something happened to this guy, and I don't like it.
Donald Trump is a very confusing character. I don't know if he's confusing or if I just still expect too much from the office of President of the United States. I don't know. But Donald Trump yesterday ranted on the tarmac, being asked questions about Vladimir Putin and his conversation that he had with him. And then he took to True Social and ranted and raved in a demented screed, acting surprised by the inhumanity of Vladimir Putin, by the brutality of Vladimir Putin. Who is this guy? What's he doing? Well, I can't believe this is happening, says Donald Trump, while trying to play as though he's the only solution to the war that has been foisted upon Ukraine and the people there. A murderous dictator in Vladimir Putin who is committing atrocities, human rights abuses, murdering women, pregnant ladies in hospital beds. And Donald Trump, who nary has a negative word to say about Vladimir Putin, they are one and the same, finally is coming around, or at least communicating that maybe he's ready to think about Vladimir Putin a little differently. Again, it's very confusing because of Donald Trump's and the cohesion that he has with Vladimir Putin in philosophy, in word, and in deed. It's all very gross. Watch him on the tarmac, and then we'll get to the True Social post.
Can you provide us an update on Russia and Ukraine as well?
Yeah, I'll give you an update. I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him. But he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay? We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kyiv and other cities. I don't like it at all.
President, what do you want to do about that?
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. We'll see what we're going to do. What am I going to tell you? You're the fake news, aren't you? You're totally fake. All right, any other questions? I don't like what Putin is doing, not even a little bit. He's killing people. And something happened to this guy, and I don't like it.
Something happened to this guy, and I don't like it. You don't like it? Again, the question from the reporter that you maligned as fake news, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to lie down on your back and kick your legs and arms into the air like a little puppy looking for a tickle on your tummy, Donald Trump? Is that what you'd like from Vladimir Putin, is to tickle your tummy? I've known him a long time, as though this matters at all. Donald Trump acts as though being pals with somebody is going to solve the problem from a global diplomacy standpoint. That, we've had kind words with one another. He's not going to make me look like an absolutely feckless moron, says Donald Trump. I don't like it at all. I'm surprised, which should be the indictment, colloquial speaking, of the year. That you are surprised by the behavior of someone who murdered their own citizens in apartment bombings in 1999. Go Google that. Russia apartment bombings, Vladimir Putin, and read up all you want to know about Vladimir Putin. That's all you need to know about this former KGB officer. Well, 2 hours later, a little over 2 hours later, that was at about 6 p.m. last night, at 8:45 or so p.m., Donald Trump took to True Social and expounded upon his thoughts. It wasn't enough to say what he said into the cameras there on the tarmac. He needed to add. And he said this: I've always had a very good relationship with Vladimir Putin of Russia. Meaning other than Vladimir Putin of Estonia, I guess. But something has happened to him. He has gone absolutely crazy. He is needlessly killing a lot of people, as opposed to needing to do it. He is needlessly killing a lot of people, and I'm not talking about soldiers. Missiles and drones are being shot into cities with a capital C in Ukraine for no reason whatsoever. I've always said that he wants all of Ukraine, not just a piece of it. And maybe that's proving to be right. But if he does, it will lead to the downfall of Russia. Likewise, President Zelensky is doing his country with a capital C no favors by talking the way he does. Everything out of his mouth causes problems. I don't like it, and it better stop. Does Donald Trump think that his weird parental scolding, it had better stop, or else what? Or else what? This is a war that would never have started if I were president. This is Zelensky's, Putin's, and Biden's war, not Trump's. I'm only helping to put out the big and ugly fires that have been started through gross incompetence and hatred. It's always got to be about Donald Trump. Well, first of all, this is not diplomacy. This is not solving problems. This is not negotiating for peace. This is just Donald Trump trying to make this all about him, deflect from the things that he doesn't want to have pinned on him. Of course, this isn't Donald Trump's war. This certainly wasn't Biden's war. This is Vladimir Putin's war. This is not Zelensky's war. This is not Ukraine's war as far as who's responsible. And for Donald Trump to do his or else, or it better stop. What did he say? It had better stop. Is this how we, as the United States, someone who's supposed to be facilitating peace between these two parties, is this how Donald Trump assumes it's going to get done? By acting surprised by the thing no one is surprised by? If Donald Trump's understanding is so childlike of the world and of diplomacy and of peace talks and of negotiation and of war, we are in real trouble, which again is an unsurprising statement. Donald Trump is so fecklessly, he lacks erudition in the areas that are so needed in a president of the United States. And he insists on having lackeys and toadies and just absolute weaklings mentally who don't have a constitution to stand up against Donald Trump. He wants yes men surrounding him who in a cabinet meeting tell him he's the golden god, glorious demigod leader who cannot do any wrong, who is the savior of the republic. He needs to be told this because, well, let me put it this way. If he didn't have it that way, these people would just all be fired. But if he didn't have it that way, we might have a functioning government, especially related to foreign negotiation and foreign relations. Maybe Marco Rubio could have been, if allowed to do the job, a lower level to mid-level Secretary of State. I mean, we've had some doozies, Kissinger, we've had some monsters as Secretary of State, but Marco Rubio could have been, middle of the ground, middle of the road, performance-wise. Instead, he's just an appendage of Donald Trump. Donald Trump thinks he's going to solve the world through tarmac talks and posts on Truth Social. That's not how solving the problem with this war is going to go. Unfortunately, we have ceded ground. We have granted the European Union and European leaders across that continent. We've granted them the role of actually solving this problem like the adults in the room, because there are no adults in the room currently in the United States government. What do you think? I would appreciate your feedback here. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. If you want to help support this work, I would appreciate it very much. First and foremost, you can subscribe. I got a lot of messages the other day when I put a call to action for people to subscribe that people had been unsubscribed by YouTube. People's notifications had been turned off by YouTube. I don't know what's going on, but make sure you're subscribed. And if you're not already, click the subscribe button. That's free, and it's a good time. If you want to take your support to the next level, you can become a channel member, or you can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I'm going to go blow my nose, and I'll see you next time. I love and appreciate you. Be genuine. Take care of one another.